that the new national anthem? Hey! We're back on TrendingSA. It's the Tuesday edition. Hello, everybody. What a busy day it's been today.
What did you do today? Did you go to the library?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I filed my nails. Okay, it means we have a whole lot in store for you on TrendingSA tonight. Over the next hour, we'll be bringing you up to speed on everything that's been happening in the last few hours. So do not miss any of it. To be part of the action, you need to join us live on Facebook and Instagram during our ad breaks. Log on now and share in the litness. The hashtag to use tonight, as with every other night we are on television, is hashtag #on3. Do you want to know my friends? She's the straight talker. Miss Tell It Like It Is. She won't take no jive for no jive speaking turkey. What is it? From no jive talking turkey. This is Miss Goody Roberts!
Hello, gorgeous.
I have no confidence in my articulation today. Something's happening here. All right, she is the girl with the punchlines and a whiplash wit. She's Nina Hastings!
Go, white girl.
I was trying to be sexy and it didn't work.
No, it did.
It didn't?
Yeah, Willie's he's excited.
Speaking of Willie, he is black and he is Chinese. And he is always looking delicious. This is William
That's a little bit racist.
And I am, as always, your Madame Speaker. My name is Babi Moloi. All right, so Sis Goody, what have you got for us on your timeline?
Yes, ma'am, that's okay. Today, and that's so savage. We got the section that's so savage. We keep up with the Bonsomniks. Who are they? Well, it's Monang, Somizi, and Euphonic. Yes, the saga continues tonight. We take a step-by-step look at what really happened, and all the savagery is real.
Are we calling it Bonsomniks?
Yes.
Oh, Bonsomniks.
Yes.
Bonsomniks.
Like, you know, like keeping up with the Kardashians?
One keeping up with the Bonsomniks. It's coming up. William, what's trending on your timeline?
All right, it's Women's Day Eve, right? And I love how everyone is posting up beautiful stories of their favorite inspirational women. In fact, this got me thinking of some of the incredible women I look up to, and I'd like to share some of them with you.
Oh, that's nice.
I hope our names are there.
They are.
Yes.
Nina, what have you got for us?
How could, guys, today it has been an eventful day in South African politics. Everyone is watching what was taking place in Parliament today. If they weren't, what were you doing? So tonight, we're going to look at the results of the day and what this means for us all.
Exactly. Now, today, we sit with an incredible woman, fitness enthusiast, Letshego Zulu, is going to be right here. She is a biokineticist and the co-founder of Pop-Up Gym. She has an incredible story and is an inspiration to many, many, many of us on a very personal level. So keep the conversation going on all of our social media platforms, especially by hashtagging #on3. TrendingSA on 3, that's where you can find us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram, TrendingSA, and we will be back after the break.
So good at this, friend.
I could do whatever I want.
hop ujwang.
Banana.
Hip hop.
Sweet.
Welcome back. This is Trending SA on SABC3, where the stage is yours. So we're going to do a quick roundup of some of the things that were trending on social media and across the globe. Remember, you can join in the conversation by using the hashtag #on3. Nina?
Trending.
The magic number in Parliament today was 201. That's the amount of votes needed to vote President Jacob Zuma out of the presidency. But as you heard that song, dun, 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 So, like we said, and we told you, ladies and gents, that he ain't going nowhere. Ubaba again today escaped yet another vote of no confidence.
Batate, baba!
Hey, Bakere boy.
That's fine, go.
Batate boy.
Yeah,
but what?
Nothing. Look, Uzola.
There was a total of 384 votes. You see, I must stop imitating Cooley Roberts and getting myself into trouble. Next thing, there's going to be complaints. Okay, so the yes vote was 177. The no vote was 198. The abstentias, my bad. What is going on?
Those who abstained.
Those who abstained. / absconded.
Were 9. Okay, therefore the motion of no confidence in the president is accordingly negative. So, yeah, on a more serious note, here's a snippet of what happened today in Parliament. And because the survival game is so strong, the secret ballot in the motion of no confidence did not succeed. This officially tallies Zuma's vote of no confidence to 8 in 8 years on the 8th of the 8th, 2017.
No, by the way, Ilanduza, the secret ballot was, the last secret ballot was back in 2009 for his vote into his presidency.
Yeah, that's so hectic.
So basically, he's going nowhere.
Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Gang, 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 gang.
Gang, gang, gang.
But who's surprised?
All right. But Kuli, remember back... Okay, remember back in May, he escaped 2 no votes of no confidence. One that came from the Minister of Tourism, Derek Kanakom, who has since been given the boots.
He's on tourism leave.
Who's
He's on a holiday.
He's touring the Eastern Cape.
Oh, you're funny. Have some tea.
So listen, I mean, everybody spoke on social media about that this was going to happen this way. We even had Rolf talking to us yesterday, who's a political analyst, also kind of saying the same thing. Who is surprised? Sholozi escaped this vote of no confidence. We saw it coming. So even when many in the country are ready to see him fall, like the adventurous who nearly flipped to his death, Ubaba will not let the enemy prevail. Look at the video.
Just climbing up high buildings isn't enough for this guy, so he attempts a backflip and comes quite close to falling to his death.
Right, so this means Zuma is one life away.
It's President Zuma or Duduzane's father, not just Zuma.
President Zuma.
Or Ubaba.
Or Ubaba.
Duduzane's father.
Or Edward's father.
Or Duduzane's father. He has escaped
Paul's
8 votes
father.
of no
You can
confidence,
use many names.
783 corruption charges,
Sandy's father.
Gupta leaks, and the list continues. But let's have a look at how social media reacted to the main story of today. This is a tweet from @Tasa_Brighton. Mbalula Figile. Just saw my minister casting his vote with a smile. Mr. Zuma is going nowhere. And thanks for catching the DA leader, minister. Here's another one from Lionel Maponya. I love that picture. DA's chances of winning the no confidence motion at Musi Maimane. Very, very small. Very small. This is from Zapiro, the cartoonist, right? It's the people, sire. They've come to say goodbye. Goodbye. I wonder where they are going. You remember that. This is the last tweet. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you the 8-time no confidence motion heavyweight champion of the world.
Zuma, Zuma, Zuma.
Oh, wait, okay.
Right, well, moving on to other news that happened in the wee hours of today. It was a bittersweet moment for Caster Semenya in the 1,500 meter race. The 800 meter champion only got a bronze medal in the women's 1,500 meter race at the World Athletics Championships in London. Snatching first place was Kenyan Faith Kipyegon.
Your cousin?
And US Kenyan who finished second. It does sound a little Chinese.
Yeah, but it's Kenyan.
But ending off on another sad note, just yesterday, we were showing you videos of assault that have taken place around the country in just a few days. Yet another video has surfaced under the hashtag #OceanBasket, where the owner is seen visibly assaulting what is said to be a junior staff member. Take a look.
Sure.
There were 5 of those slaps that this young man
Said that. Is the victim male or female? Do we know?
It's not clear in this video. We don't actually know.
And it looks like, you know, his demeanor, you can see he's done this before. It's a way of life. Look at him. Look at him.
It's really just shocking behavior. That whole stance is abusive. Before, without even the hitting, you see the stance.
And you can also see how the victim has been made to feel small for so long.
Yes,
like by his posture.
Yes.
You can just see that.
But I'm really glad about what's happened from the OceanBasket CEO disenfranchising that franchise and removing themselves from them from that particular branch and not having cutting those people off completely. I just hope that his family members, his niece or cousins, don't open another franchise. I just hope that the victim gets compensated and that they press charges and that they lay charges and that man pays for what he does.
We need so much healing as a nation.
They're just broken all the time.
And then he actually goes to jail.
Yeah.
Right? Spend some time in jail and think about what
why would he go to jail for hitting someone with other people who don't?
Gosh. Moving on, I'm surrounded by phenomenal women on the show. 1, 2, 3. And
For me.
Since tomorrow is officially Women's Day, I thought it's best to highlight some of Mzansi's other phenomenal women and the mark that they have made on our society. And I'll start this off with a veteran. She was recently honored with the Global Good Star and Power Award at this year's BET's. My phenomenal woman has to be the one and only Yvonne Chaka Chaka. The internationally acclaimed Princess of Africa was known for pioneering unique pop and dance melodies, which became very popular in the 80s. Some of her greatest hits include I'm in Love with a DJ. She was talking about me before I was born. And Thank You, Mr. DJ. Just to name a few.
You'll get used to us, don't worry.
Another one.
Here's another woman who has made a name for herself beyond the shadow of Patrice Motsepe. It is the gorgeous, precious Motsepe. Look at the names, same names. P&M. Her career has been a transformative one. As a medical doctor and a philanthropist, she's made a name for herself in the fashion industry, owning one of the most successful fashion organizations, FI, look at me, which runs the country's biggest fashion weeks to support and promote young South African designers, especially those from poor and rural areas, and promotes local fashion to the global market. And that's why she's my phenomenal woman. Love you more. Look at that. Is that fun, isn't it? Are you? Who said no?
I used to, when I first started driving, I used to drive around in Soweto, right? And I'd see P. Muloi. That was her registration number on like some fancy ass car. And I was like, also me. Also me, I'll be there one day. Also me, yes. I'm still on my way.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
She doesn't look like me.
Hey?
No, she does not.
What happened now? What did I miss? I feel like I'm on another planet today. All right, so mine, guys, has to be Lady Scully.
Yay!
All right, yes, Queen. Oh, that's my friend.
Banana.
Gorgeous.
She would be a friend with phallic
She's
symbols.
one of South Africa's most prolific feminists. She's a fine artist. She's an activist. She's from Cape Town. She is one of Mail and Guardian's top 200 young South Africans. She paints the most phenomenal things. She sells out all her shows. She was in London. She's going to art fair now. And yeah, she's amazing. She's
amazing.
She's just phenomenal. She's a trained artist. Scotty deviated from the traditional art scene and took the unconventional way of exhibiting her art. And that is why I celebrate you. I celebrate you. I celebrate you.
Yeah.
You're wonderful.
Nice.
No, major. I think it's like a girl crush. Like, I have such admiration for her as well. All right, so they say that you're never too young to start an empire, and that's why I'm going to end off this list with a young person, Thato Kgatlanyane. Now, at the age of 21, she was already slaying, and now she's 24 from Mogwase in Rustenburg. She's known for integrating solar technology with school bags. Drops mic. With many kids having to walk to school and living in households that don't have any electricity, Thato managed to invent a recycled school bag that has a retro-reflective material in the school bag which lights up up to 12 hours. So it makes it possible for kids to make use of that light to study.
Oh, that's wow. Incredible.
Yeah,
Wow.
standing ovation.
And you know, not only does it help at school, but if they have to walk home in the dark after school, it helps them light their way as well. Innovation, you know, the whole STEM that they're always talking about, girls are not getting involved with science, technology, engineering, mathematics. That is the vibe right there. Tata, girl.
Phenomenal.
Stunning.
Phenomenal women.
Stunning. Can I just include one more person?
You have to.
Funeka Soldat Siswam. She's from Cape Town. She helps lesbians who have been raped. You know these animals who rape them and they call it corrective rape. Ufuneka Soldat from Cape Town. Siswam.
Brilliant. Listen, I mean, we've shared just some tonight, but you can use the hashtag #on3 to share some of yours as well, so that we can highlight and glorify their names.
Oh man, this is what happens when people
not
owe you
if
money.
they pay. All right, so for all of the women out there tomorrow, have a fantastic day, but of course not just tomorrow, every single day. For now, link up with us on social media. We will be RB, babies.
You intimidated me there for a minute. I was intimidated.
I know, I was like, why don't my cheekbones stick out?
There is no other like sis Brenda Fuss.
Yes.
Right? What a way to open up the segment. Welcome back. You're still watching Trending SA right here on SABC3. I'm wondering, why can't I see anything? I was so deep in the music. All right, so we're streaming live on TrendingSA.tv as well. Now, I hope you're engaging with us. Facebook, Insta, we're kind of going on and off during the ad breaks as well. And you can use the hashtag #TSA3. And now, it is time for our favorite feature on Tuesdays. That's
So savage.
Sorry, and the savagery continues this time around. It all started on what was just a normal day.
just an ordinary day.
Birds were singing.
I'm done.
That's what happened. Mr. Hashtag Nonga, aka Euphonic, decided that he was going to embark on yet another rant, allegedly about Bonang. He tweeted this. Let me take drugs, cry wolf, accuse and lie about some people, believe my own lies, wreck some homes, take more drugs, then write a book. Now, to give you some context, just in case you don't always have the skinny on things, because you might have a life, Bonang recently released her autobiography called From A to B. The book is reportedly to be selling very, very well. Even AKA posted the following. AKA is her partner. Let's check out the post. Utunu, AKA Uti, congratulations on your bestseller, #1 bestseller. Look, we're both on the top charts. We're both on the top charts now, Bonang. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, Euphonic went in on the self-titled queen, but I don't think he was ready for the savage responses this thread created. This is what happens sometimes. Come on. Let's book it in. I'm starting a foundation. Hashtag donate sanitary pads to Euphonic. And maybe get him a new bra and panties. The one he's wearing are too tight. Yeah. Brian said that, boo. Lungile says he's still looking for it, but doesn't know it's around the corner. Just drive slow, homie. Drive slow, homie. That's Lungile. That was it. No inner peace. No inner peace. And since Euphonza has always had a lot to say about Ulanduza Bonang, Savage Chips even recreated Bonang's book. Take a look. Ani say, Agmandis, don't stop. That is Graduate. Euphonic from B to C. Nina, it doesn't end.
Yeah, okay, so listen.
Bobby, what do you think?
I don't.
Okay, so the savagery doesn't end there. All right. Okay, so Bonang had her official book launch last week, which attracted a lot of interest all around, okay? And what also attracted a book launch, because that's what happens when there's book launch, is the grammar police. They literally come to your book launch. That's what they do, because they have nothing better to do. So they went in on her, because apparently her book is riddled with grammatical errors. Okay, here's a tweet. Rare and exclusive footage of Bonang proofreading a book. That is very savage. Snippets. Maybe Bonang thinks we think that she thinks we won't notice any of it. So snippets of her book did the rounds on social media, showing us just how full of errors the book is. That's what I just showed you. So then Tweeps then started having serious fun with this. Check out these posts.
Are you like laughing?
Barry Roo, Advocate Barry Roo says, Black Twitter gave Bonang Mateba 9 out of 100 and a see me after class.
Come see me.
Abu Mpo Rose says, when you pay more attention to throwing flowers on the floor than the grammar in your book, ay bo Bonang bona. Maleka says hashtag Bonang Mateba, hashtag Bonang book saga, all the things. Same WhatsApp group. Look there. I did to the pots. I did what did the pots. You know.
Is Norma not there?
And then that guy, that's the Chiefs fan. So it doesn't end there, all right? In the book, Bonang also talks about why she and Somizi stopped being friends. Then, please, Kuli, get out from under the table. She's under the table right now.
I can't.
Okay. There too, the grammar Nazis decided to have her for dinner. Have a look. Who did the spelling check on Bonang's book? So Mizzy didn't even realize why I had stopped friends with him. He thought it was because of something he thinks I think. He did. But I think he did. But was none of that. I stopped being friends with him because he became friends with one of the people who clearly did not have my best interest at heart. But of course, Samizi responded by jumping in on the trend to throw some extra shade.
It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Thinking. I think of thinking.
The stuff stays on the internet.
So all this morphed into another trend called tweets like Bonang. And hashtag Bonang. And of course, it was just savagery, fella, that was posted on this trend. Have a look. Tweet like Bonang. On 01 August 2017, on a cold Wednesday, the month of August began. Andre, Black Twitter says, Euphonic doesn't know why I stopped girlfriend with him. He thought I think is something he did. Hashtag tweet like Bonang. Then not Polo Grootboom says, both my mum and dad come from big homeses. My dad is one of 7 and my mother. I saw poor women and lesbian women on TV. Tweet like Bonang. Wait, hold on.
It's not all on
Wait.
not Grootboom.
Oh, not Grootboom. Sorry. Please, can you just bring that tweet back? Hang on, let me just do this properly. I'm doing this incorrectly. Euphonic doesn't know why I stopped girlfriend with him. He thought I think is something he thought. Over to you, William.
Wow. So, obviously, as you can see, the moral of the story, be careful what you put out there, because Black Twitter is totally and absolutely unforgiving. Take a look. This is a tweet from Nella. Listen, Cairo, when you get there, take Aunt Bonang's laptop and just type random things. Name Tonam, just random things here. Just press when I'm a baby. Hashtag from A to B. Yo. Here's another one from OJ. A rare photo of the writer of Bonang's book has been revealed. From A to B. This is the last one from Mohale Loboko. Hashtag tweet like Bonang. Is it safe to say Bonang is the new Mendoza, or she just did the thing that did her book, not to be done, or done, or dune? Or dune? Is it dune or dune? I'm not sure. Help me out at Lahong. But to all of you that bought her book, you can get a full refund.
That was funny.
In fact, they've made the announcement just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
What's that?
That they are recalling the books.
Okay.
Well, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. And I did say this, that the publishers are to blame here. I mean, of course, you should have read it as well. But the publishers were paid to proofread it. They didn't. And look at this embarrassment.
Yeah, but the publisher came out and made a statement and took responsibility for it. And the writer as well. Everyone's like stood up and said, look, there are things that we didn't look at. But they are.
But they should, the publisher themselves. It's embarrassing for exclusive books to be on some
I understand.
Can we just go? Okay, look, all of that was very funny because South Africa has no chill and it's so savage and it's very funny.
Yeah.
However, to get up and write a book and finish a project and champion it and still go through the motions and create a space that has never been created before for people that might not necessarily have been readers.
Exactly.
A completely new market. Independent black woman doing her own independent black business. We need to support it anyway. Yes, there might be faults in that. Yes, there's going to be recourse because there is recourse and there is recourse action because that's what happens in professional business. So yes, it's all fun and games, but did we write a book?
The point is, you're only as good as your last byline. So you got to make sure that you know what you're doing and focus, and make sure that your publishers know what they're doing as well.
But hang on, so the books then get recalled, right, at that specific store. So say the publisher does recall them, then does it go through a new edit and then get republished? Is that how it works?
I would hope so.
That's apparently the work. You know, like first edition, second edition, so that there's going to be
they reprint the new edition with all the corrections.
Yes,
yes. If you bought a book, in fact, you've got 7 days to take it back and get your money back.
If only boyfriends
I'm keeping my original. I've got it. I've read it. I'm keeping my OG copy, and I want a new copy as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Zonke bonke.
Nice.
So, are you thinking of getting it?
You and Anina. Let's go for a quick ad break.
Thing on the side made you cry. Will the rules change up or would they still apply? I'm living my life.
Welcome back, TrendingSA on SABC3. Now, with just a few hours away from Women's Day, we thought it would be fitting to invite a woman who embodies strength and courage. She has summited Kilimanjaro just this past July after promising her late husband, Gugu Zulu, last year that she would go back and summit the mountain. She's a sought-after biokineticist and the co-founder of Pop-Up Gym. Let's welcome her to TrendingSA tonight as we celebrate incredible women. This is Adventure Wonder Woman Mama Letsego Zulu! So much. Welcome to our program.
Thank you.
All right, so let's take it back to your mum. She was an incredible athlete as well, we believe.
Yes. My mom did it all.
Yes.
She played, netball, basketball. She was a marathon runner. She played tennis. She did everything under the sun.
So it's quite obvious that had impact in your life,
It
right?
did.
Yeah.
It did. Although she never forced me. I was always a spectator.
Okay.
You know, she would always say, "No, come with me to the track." You know, and I'd obviously take a book with me or take a game, and she would go round and round and round. And eventually, I was like, "Okay, well, let me try this thing." You know, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And listen, I've literally been running since I was 7 years old.
So you refer to yourself as an adventure mom, and you created a pop-up gym. What was the inspiration behind that?
You know what? Health and lifestyle, or health and fitness, has always been in my blood. Like I just mentioned now, you know, since I was 7 years old, and it's what I do. It's my life, and I only just want to share it with people. You know, if we had more people out there, being active and just living life, like, I would be a happy woman.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely, and it exudes from you. I mean, it's very real. You can hear that that's a very authentic statement, and you can see it in your skin, in your energy,
And your 8-pack.
Yeah, that's what I really wanted to say, but I was trying to be nice.
My queen, congratulations on summiting Mount Kilimanjaro. You did promise the amazing Gugu that you would do it.
I did.
And you did. Where did you get the strength from?
Gosh, that amazing husband of mine, that's where I get the strength from. He pushed me to do so much. Just the energy in him. He was always so positive about life, you know. He lived life to the full. He lived life to the max. To a point where, I've actually gotten to a point where I say to myself, he was meant to live for 38 years. It was an amazing 38 years. Wow. You know, many 75-year-olds hadn't lived as much as he had in the 38 years. And I had to do that, you know. And it was for the cause. It was for caring for girls. You know, he cared for me as a girl. He treated me like a queen. He worshipped the ground that I walked on. And, you know, when I made him a father, he was the happiest man on earth. And, you know, when we heard about the plight of the South African girl child, we didn't even blink twice but to get on to that cause. And I'll continue to support that cause for as long as I live.
Where do you get your strength from?
I get it from my mom. I get it from my gran, the women in my life. I get it from my husband.
And your little girl.
And my little girl, she's amazing. Yeah. I get it from that little girl. She's the reason I wake up every day.
And you've been sharing some of the strength, Letsogo, on social media, giving us 10 lessons on how to be great, right?
Yep.
Do you want to share some of it?
Gosh, I can't remember them off by heart, William.
We've got some.
We've got some of them on Instagram. I'm going to show them to you now. This is the first one. This was on the 30th of July.
Reflections, life lessons, 10 lessons from Kilimanjaro. Stare the challenges and obstacles in the face and plan your way to overcome them with no fear. Ooh. I mean, that's the big things, that's the little things, that's every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, people often say you only live once. Actually, no, you live every day.
That's so true.
And a lot of us are not conscious and we're not present. A lot of us plan for the future. Oh no, I want to be a millionaire. I want to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now,
what are
stare those challenges in the face now, because now is all you have.
All you have.
You don't know what tomorrow brings for you.
Yeah.
You don't know if you're going to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah. Let's have a look at
Let's
another lesson.
have a look at the other one.
Okay. Oh, pole pole.
Yeah.
Pole pole, yes, pole pole.
Meaning slow, slow in Swahili. Take your time with every journey. Rome wasn't built in one day, but they were laying bricks every hour. Pole pole.
Hashtag
Within the right
reflections.
context, that works. I mean, I remember being in Tanzania, and those people are very lazy, the ones that I met. Beautiful people.
Well, speaking to my best friend, we went to Tanzania a couple of years ago, and we were like rushing to drink our drinks to go onto the ride, and the guy was like, pole pole.
They are amazing.
They are amazing.
Absolutely. And it goes back to the whole thing of being present.
Yeah.
We're always in a rush. We're always, you know, going for the next fix. And then you actually miss out on life. Because then when you turn 70 and you try to look back on your life, it's all a blur. So pole pole.
Talk to us about those great lessons that you learned from summiting Kilimanjaro.
Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. That's my biggest lesson. Sure. Keep your word, you know. I gave my word to my husband, and so many people tried to disarm me. And, you know, I had emails coming in and people telling me, no, it's not safe. Go back in a couple of years. No, I kept my word. It means a lot to me.
Wow.
And
That's so powerful. That is so powerful. Even when the feeling has left you, when it's hard, when you don't feel like it, when it's cold, when your toes are, cramping up from the cold.
When you sleepwalk, I was sleepwalking for 4 hours.
What? You could have gone lost.
On summit night, there's this much oxygen. And it took us 8.5 hours to get to the top. And for 4 hours of those 8.5, I was literally sleepwalking.
Yeah. Is it true that you literally just take one step, stop?
Yeah. Think about it.
Another step.
Summit night is literally 5 kilometers and it took us 8.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you do it again?
I would.
Goodness me.
Adventure mom.
Adventure mom.
I never get the end of it.
Can I get into the seriousness of the logistics and the reality of life without your husband?
I'm a survivor. Life will throw all sorts of things at you, all sorts of obstacles, and it's either you sink or swim. And I choose to swim. I choose to get up every day. It's not easy, You have to juggle so much. You have to juggle finances. You have to juggle basic things around the house, There were 2 of us handling the household previously. There were 2 of us handling our daughter previously. You
can't be in 2 places at the same time.
You can't. So it's a lot of planning, Already the night before, I'm like, okay, so what is she wearing tomorrow? Great. What is she going to change into? Okay. When she gets dirty. You plan like 3 outfits in advance.
I like the language
What is she
that
going
you
to
use.
eat?
I like this. Great. Okay.
And that's exactly what it is.
I like that.
I talk myself through everything.
Yeah.
I talked myself through this past 12 months.
Yeah.
Have people told them that you've been a source of support?
They have.
Yeah.
They have.
Because I look through Facebook and I see how incredibly well you're doing.
Thank you.
And so strong for baby.
I have to be.
You have to be.
But for myself too.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's interesting you speak about Facebook, Siskuli, because social media in general, have a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of outpouring of love, definitely. But then there also was a weird time where, there was kind of questioning about should she be out? Should she be doing media interviews? This kind of perception or tradition that as, black women, we have to uphold a certain way of mourning. I know that Ayanda Kwane went through it as well, and so did Mposha Balala. She went through it as well. What was that like? What did that experience teach you, show you? What would you like to say to that, if anything at all?
It's sad when we women specifically bash each other. I won't go back to the previous segment that you had before I went on air, but it breaks my heart when there's bashing. But I think personally, going back to my experience, when I was the target, I chose to turn the other way.
Nice.
I chose to turn the other way. For me, what mattered the most was that my mom supported me, Gugu's parents supported me, and the entire family was behind me.
Yeah.
Family matters to me.
Do you know what I like? You're an adventure mom, and you've got your daughter that you're raising. What's your relationship like with her?
It's amazing. It's amazing. And right now she's going through the, I call it the terrific twos. It's not terrible.
Of course you do. Yes.
They're not terrible.
Yes. Yes.
Not the terrible twos, the terrific twos.
What's her personality? What is she like?
Oh, wow. So now we're going through a stage where in the morning when it's time for preschool, she doesn't want to get changed. So what do? I flip it on her. I put her school clothes on the night before. That's her PJs for now. That's the only way I can work around it. I don't want stress in my life.
Hang on, wait. Because when you have to get up at 3 o'clock to train, you just sleep in your tights, right?
You know what I mean, in winter.
Sports has taught you life lessons.
Exactly.
It's so important.
It has. You got to work around things.
Yeah.
I don't want stress.
And
I need
she's
to keep
happy.
my skin looking like this.
Listen, and you're gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love
And
it.
she's happy going to bed in her school uniform and
She
everything.
doesn't. Does she know the difference? All I need to do in the morning is pull those tights down, change a nappy,
That's it.
Because I bathed her the night before, so there's not
I love that.
Such a good
sweet,
system.
man.
That's
great.
modern motherhood.
Gotta
as
work
well,
around the
Yeah.
terrific twos.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we throw tantrums in the shopping mall. I just stand there, I'm like, I'll wait for you till you're done. Get onto my phone.
I love
What
that.
advice do you have for women in this Women's Month in terms of fitness?
Find something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, the gym is not for everyone. Running is not for everyone. Don't force yourself. You know, if dance is your thing, go dance 3 times a week.
I like this. I love this.
This is pop-up gym,
This
right?
is pop-up gym. Yeah, we actually
Durban.
have a special one.
I've seen one
tomorrow
in
morning.
Durban.
Yes,
For
tell
Women's
us.
Day. Yeah, we've got a special one for Women's Day tomorrow. It's exclusive. It's sold out, so unfortunately we can't invite any more people.
But fortunately, your business is thriving. So that's awesome. Yes.
Yes, so find something that you enjoy and stick to it, you know. I'm tired of getting emails about, oh, but I've been going to the gym for 12 months and I haven't lost weight. But perhaps you haven't found, you know, what it is that works for you.
And
Play
not
around.
everything works for everybody
Exactly.
the same
You can't
way.
paint everyone with the same paintbrush.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not an expert, but what I find is that if your goal is to lose weight, once you've lost that weight, then, you know, you're going to stop training.
Oh.
So if it's a lifestyle, if it's
needs
about
to be a lifestyle.
what you love.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If it starts feeling like a chore,
Yes.
if you start having to now roll your eyes like, oh my gosh, I need to go to the gym at 5,
Yeah.
then it's not for you.
Yeah.
You know, go swim, go cycle, go run, go hike. There's so much out there, and that's what pop-up gym does.
variety.
We literally give people variety.
Yeah.
You know, you come to a session and there's 3 different things to try out on the day, and hopefully one of them will be something that grabs your attention.
Are you working on anything else at the moment? New projects?
At this moment in time, I'm focusing on pop-up gym. I need to nationalize it because it's been based in Joburg for quite a while. Yes, we ventured out to Durban, but we want to go national and hopefully into Africa as well. African women need to move.
Okay, so pop-up gym everywhere in South Africa.
Pop-up gym everywhere in South Africa.
How do we find you on social media?
Let's Zulu in everywhere,
Everywhere.
actually. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I think I'm Let's M. At
Okay.
Let's M, but yeah.
What I love about you is that you are a 360 woman. You're someone to look at when it comes to mothering. You're someone to look at, obviously, in the fitness space. You're someone to look at as a life role model as well. It has been wonderful having you on our stage tonight. Thank you for being here. Let's Zulu, everybody! So much love. Right, it is time to take a quick break, but we will be right back. The hashtag is TSA on 3.
Has William sung for us?
Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. And the feeling's right. Oh, yes, it's ladies' night. I'm living my life.
hey. Hey.
That was so great.
That was a throwback to the 90s.
That was so 90s.
All right, welcome back. You're watching TrendingSA on SABC3. I have no control over my face. My face just does whatever the hell it wants. All right, so it's just in time to wrap up our Tuesday edition of the show. Shall we get into the history of National Women's Day?
Yes.
All right, so National Women's Day is tomorrow, and this marks one of the largest demonstrations in the history of this country. 20,000 women of all races marched to Pretoria's Union buildings on the 9th of August, 1956. They went to present a petition against the carrying of passbooks by women to the then Prime Minister J.G. Stradom. Now, Stradom heard the women were coming, so he wasn't there. He was scared. But he wasn't at the Union buildings to accept the petition, but the women sent a public message that even to this day, we are hearing that public message. Women will not be intimidated. Women will not be silenced by unjust laws. The march was led by the late Lillian Ngoyi, Helen Joseph, Rahima Musa, and Sophia Williams. I mean, women were pregnant. Women had babies on their backs. It was amazing. Women chanting, Watinta Bafazi, Watintim Bogoto. So for all of us, you know, the struggle is not over, right? So much has improved, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. And just like those women were everyday women, we as everyday women in that same spirit, we today can fight for the women of tomorrow. So you are powerful, you are strong, you are capable, you are able. Happy Women's Day to you, you, and you. That's it, everyone. We'll be back again on screen on Monday night.
Not tomorrow?
Read it.
What? Tinta.
Abondanga nabo futhi nabo scheme ngizicele ice cream bathi thatha me ngithi khotha yi bathi thatha me ngithi khotha yi bathi thatha me ngithi khotha yi ngizicele ice cream. Yo, what's a dame to a heroin mind outblown beat cray on that Ritalin, imagine that says tweka ngamabheshu iphuzi chemistry flow uphethwe yini yachill akufani ngiyalamba ngibona ngivele so ngimdoko nerama.